what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? We gonna get it in. Y'all heard the song. I just want to say thank you. God bless you. See you later and good night. Well, look, I don't know what's been going on YouTube streets today. I've been tired. I've been at work all day. But for people that's been keeping me a brush, hello, everybody. I want to say hello, everybody. Oko, Dream Team, friends, people on the lawn. I want to say hello to everybody. Everybody hit that like button. I ain't gonna be on here long tonight, but I got bits and pieces of what happened today. Um, I want to say shout out to my bro Hot Rod. Um, Me and Hot Rod had some talks, just brother to brother. Can I see he's pushing forth the agenda that we talked about? Um, it is what it is. But mm, I'm had your back, bro. Thank you, Kendra. Thank you. I mean, I don't know what actually happened. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't know. I know I got calls like in time periods, like, yo, they trying to do this, they trying to do that, they trying to do that. And I was just like, yo, just let them do it. Just let them do it. Everything I have, hey, hello, everybody. Um, all of my work speak for itself. Um, Everything I've said, people are starting to see. So it's no need to keep beating and badgering because we got work to do and we need to focus on Robert. So while a lot of paid subscribers are focused on me, continue bringing them. I'm going to do what I got to do for Robert. But I do want to say something to a couple people. I got some screenshots. And I'm going to say this. It's not good to be jealous. It's not good to go around with a lie when you know that lie is a lie. It's not good. Yo, the look on her face. They've been so hurt she wasn't saying niggas. Who? See, I don't know what happened, Kendra. Hold on. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely gonna talk about that. Um, that's what that was on that day? Oh, really? Oh. But I'm gonna say, the the disdain of anger and hate is crazy. Hey, Boston, it's crazy. I mean, Hot Rod did something real great today. He's trying to break all molds and everything. But I will say this: when a discussion is supposed to be about Robert, why Dana got to be in that discussion? I understand if I understand if you hurt because they don't rock with you no more. I understand if you just don't fuck with Dana. That's fine. But why do my name got to end up in other shit? I am not bigger than R. Kelly. My name is not bigger than R. Kelly. So I wish people would take the whole situation off of me. But I get it. And then when you got people that know the truth that want to run with a lie because they want to fit in, that's crazy. That's crazy. I do know, and I do want to say this shout out to Jen, because me and Jen did have a talk. And Jen got her side off, I got my side off, and we came to the middle and said, you know what? It's all good. No hard feelings. That's the way we do in the brotherhood of chaos. I mean, if it's a problem, we talk it out, we get over it, and we move forward. What I'm lost about is who would do a live if it's supposed to be about one agenda and then it's about something else. And then, oh no, I just gotta get dirt on Dana. I want to do this. That's stupid. That's stupid. Especially when you were there 2 years. And get out of 2 years, but the only thing you got was Dana's a bad person. Damn. Thank you, Cardi. I just don't get it. And if me and Larry chopping it up and doing live in each other's face caused that much of a problem, what are they going to do with this basketball game? What are they going to do about that? Once me and Larry put it all together, people going to be sick. Because now you're looking at a whole situation of, oh, how can they do this? How can they do that? Easy. It's called being grown. It's called leaving stupid people alone. Robin Chapman. No, Cardi, no. I want to Sky Zone, hey sis, because tonight we ain't running. Nobody blocked nobody tonight. Robin Chapman said, well, then why haven't you tried to talk it out with Sylvia, Randa, DJ? You are full of bullcrap, Dana. Robin Chapman, I love you so much. And you want me to tell you why I love you? Because those are people I will not deal with again. There's no need to talk it out, Robin. The best talk out is the talk out that you never have. Too much dirt has been done to me. And I won't be a fool to talk it out with people who literally tried to destroy me. Only a fool would do that. You forgive and you keep it moving. Robin Chapman, and that's why. So before you say I'm full of crap, give me a chance to explain to you of why I'm not full of crap, but why the people that you follow are full of bullshit. One thing about over here, you ain't gonna get that fake shit over here. I'm not gonna pray. He come up with something. I know he's all right. He go, oh, Lord, Father God, in the name of Jesus. And then I'm gonna do this motherfucker. Fuck that nigga. You ain't gonna get that over here. You're not gonna get that over here. What you're gonna get is straightforward and truth. Now, I let people say, all they gonna say, oh, Dana don't know Kales. Dana this, Dana that. I'm not gonna defend that anymore. Because the reason why is if I didn't know Kels, how did they get to meet him? Explain that. But I will say this. People were sent in, and I've been infiltrated because they couldn't get to nobody else, so they got to me. So with that being said, there's no need to talk back to those folks. Whoever sent them in, they can go back and deal with them. That's all. That part, Kendra. Why haven't they tried working it out with Dana? No ass kiss over here. Oh, hell no. Like I said and before. Hey, Karen. Like I said and before. I stay on my square. And when I say I'm done, I'm done. There's no need to talk to folks like that. I wish them well, but Dana J don't want sugar, honey, iced tea to do it. But I am going to say this, shout out to Jen, because Jen held it down. From what I'm hearing, I didn't get to see the interview. I would love to see it if somebody can send it to me, because I want to take notes. Robin, had they done to you what they did to Dana, you would feel the same way he do. I saw what they did and kept doing and still doing. Right, Miss Shirley. It's no need to look. People got to understand this. People are going to like who they like. And they're gonna rock with who they rock with. Let them be them. But over here, it's gonna be love and happiness and peace. And we're gonna go back into it starting next Friday or Friday coming up. We're gonna get back into the love zone. And we're gonna do Dana J's Love Zone _ entrapment conversations. And we're gonna go back to what got Dana J the most hated man on YouTube. We're gonna go back to having fun. Let me repeat this. Dana not in no paperwork, none at all. He not going to prison. Look, no paperwork at all. And I'm just telling you, I done showed y'all that. Look, it's 2 sealed indictments sitting up there for Chicago. Now, make this make sense. Nothing is going on in Chicago. No activity. Everything is going on in New York. So why would Chicago federal government have 2 indictments, sealed indictments, sitting on their registry? What has happened for them to get 2 sealed indictments? Who's in them indictments? And you just got to sit back and think about everything that has been done. Who gave out addresses? Who got the judge's secretary fired and in jail and for 90 days? It's just so much going on. Who kept badgering people? And you got to look at that. So what I say is we're going to bring the fun back, man. That's what we're going to do. I don't care about nobody. We're going to bring the fun back. We're going to have fun, and we're going to just love on one another. Robin Chapman said, I frequent everyone's channel. I don't pick and choose who to listen to because I have a right to do so. That's ma'am. I learned something different from all channels. And Robin Chapman, trust me, I understand that. I totally understand that. But before you pick sides, know the backstory. It's easy to jump out there and say, oh, Dana doing this, Dana doing that. You just saying the responses from Dana. One thing I will never do is attack somebody unless I'm attacked first. And then I will give you chances. Wow, Wayne, I'm glad you in here. I need to know the question to my answers, bro. I mean, I need the answer to my question. So while Wayne, call in. You on a hot seat. What are the 3 ways to reclaim your birthright? I'm telling y'all this now. Monday, I'm getting back on the grind because we're going to do some stuff. We're going to talk about it. But look, I got 73 people right here now, right? This is what I'm going to do. I was going to hold this subject for Monday. And I have a lot of women in here. And I got some guys. Fellas, I'm going to tell you now, let's hold our britches. I'm going to go get this phone because I want the women to call in. The topic of tonight is this right here. Why is child support needed to go through the government? And that go for men and women. Why is child support needed to go through the government? Robin Chapman said, I have witnessed all of y'all doing dirt to one another. It's not just one person. Y'all have all done it, and that's facts. I totally agree. Robin. Oh, you want me to drop the link, Wayne? Okay, hold on. Wayne said, drop the link. Okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to drop the link. So we're going to talk about this conversation tonight. And I'm going to tell you, this conversation might spin into a direction leading to chaos. If it do, y'all going to get an eye opener. So the question is, why do men and women have to go through the government, or I'm sorry, have to go through a state agency to pay child support? I'm gonna play this song, and we gonna get it in. Oh, I got Malik in. Oh, hold on. You know I'm rocking that Faith Evans today. I'm going in, and we got my bro and Malik Soprano on a panel. Y'all can't see him because he don't got his pitch up there. But while Wayne, you ain't getting away. Either call in or hop in on the panel. What's going on, Malik?
What's going on? Hey, listen, it's a few ways to answer this.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be short and direct. I'm not gonna be long.
Okay.
Salute to everybody in the panel. Child support was put together a couple of different ways for the government.
Okay.
First and foremost, it was for the government to recoup their money back if the parent was ever on support. So if the government ever lent food stamps or monthly allowance, the child support first goes back to the state to pay back the money that they've already issued out before she starts to get whatever the weekly or monthly allowance is.
Okay.
So a lot of times women don't realize that when you put the government in your business, you only hinder the process. Because if you put them in your business when, let's say, Lord Johnny was 6 months old, so from 6 months old to 5, you was getting all this money from the state, and the pops don't start to pay for real till 5. All that back money go to the state first. The government gonna get all that before you start to get any of your money. So what happens is when you think you didn't really did something good, you really only did something bad. And it was kind of created as a way for the state to kind of mediate between what you would deem a deadbeat dad.
Okay. Or let me break down that first part real quick, because what you said is accurate, and I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said, ladies and fellas. Do y'all know that the government, as the state, they get 80 cents off of $1? So look at it like this, because I'm tired, so I can't add up nothing right now. If your child support, excuse me, If your child support is $350 every 2 weeks, right? Picture how much they get if they get an 80 cent on a dollar every dollar. So you got 80 times 350. And you got 80 cent times 350. That's major. And see, and a lot of people ain't know that. But I'm not going to harp on just the women. Fellas, this answer is going to be repetitive tonight. Fellas, I understand the lady got a big booty. I understand she fat as hell. Excuse me, y'all. This is 18 and over tonight. I understand the vagina feels great when you in it. But it's a cost to spit in a good vagina. It's a cost to spit in a vagina, period. But if you is that engulfed into the feeling and, oh, baby, I want to be with you, nobody else, and you, oh, shit. Think about that. Oh, shit. 10 months later, you getting that, oh, shit. This shit real. Go ahead, Malik.
Well, actually, I could I'm going to throw a rock in the dark room. Okay. I'm about to hit a whole lot of people, but if I had to make an assessment, the child support thing came more or less for those women who had the old keep a nigga baby. All right, pardon me for saying it in that dynamic.
Okay.
But you know, you had a high rush of, or if I keep the nigga baby, you know what I mean? He forced to deal with me, and that's not necessarily true. That was an old stigma that I don't know. Some parent told her child, and she, like Martin said, somebody told you wrong. And then going forward, you had this whole big clamor. That's why locally, last I knew, child support is no longer governed through the state. In Maryland, last I knew, for one particular person on the panel, or pardon me, in the chat, who think they want to jump out the window, last I knew, it goes through a company called Maximus. Now, I don't know if that's worldwide or statewide, but in Maryland, it went through a company called Maximus. The government kind of got their hands out of it, so to speak. Now, if they are the people behind Maximus, don't know. I'm not on papers nowhere, so I can't tell you. And Maximus, in turn, kind of jumped in the middle to kind of make a balance on it, because the government at one point wanted too much money from some people. Men were saying and women were saying, based upon income, they thought it was unfair. It kind of got a way for people to become rich overnight, because you had some women who was getting $2,500 a month in child support, who felt as though they had to do nothing. Then you had some men who was locked up on the same thing, so everybody wanted to be hood rich, so to speak. And the government didn't think that was fair, because the money is for the support of the child, and the child wasn't getting the goddamn thing.
All right, watch this. Watch this. What if I tell you that child support is not for the child? What if I tell you, matter of fact, if anybody want to jump on the panel, y'all can jump on. Anybody want to call in, y'all can call in. Lowdown said, child support also operates as a government cost recovery strategy by reimbursing states and the federal government for benefits paid to mothers on behalf of children.
We said that.
Right. But I'm glad you said that. But my thing is, what if I told you, hey, wifey forever in the building. What if I tell you that child support is not for the benefit of the child? And everybody going to say, well, Dana, how can you say that? Because child support is a loan. It's called child support, and because it's a good way to mask up what it is. I guarantee you, if the government came and say, Miss, who can I use? Miss Sky Zone, I want you to take out a Title 4D loan on your baby daddy. Sky's gonna look like, what the hell? What is a Title 4D loan? And then they're gonna go look at everything. At the end of the day, child support is nothing but a Title 4A and D loan. Now, that Title 4A and Title 4D should sound so familiar to you. Those are the same loans that get you into school. That's the Pell Grant. Title 4D is the Pell Grant. Title 4A is the Signature Grant. A lot of people don't know that. And see, and Lolan also said, I received child support for 1 year and that was it. He wanted everything documented, so he put himself on child support until he realized how much he would have to pay. Now, I'm glad you said that, Lolan, because any guy in their right mind is not going to put themselves into child support. I'm going to tell you why. You had a baby in private, right? So you mean to tell me that you had a baby and you don't want to take care of your creation? So she go down to a third-party debt collection agency, which is either Maximus or DHS or CSE. It's one of the three. All right, Wayne. It's either Maximus, CSE, or DHS. At the end of the day, you're looking at agencies. They are third-party collection agencies. Okay, Boston. Love you much. They are third-party collection agencies, which means they have to have firsthand knowledge just to bring you in court. But because they are now contracted with the Bar Association, it's that much easier. So why are you talking about, oh, I'm going to go get a lawyer to fight child support? That's the stupidest thing you can ever do. Because why are you going to get a lawyer to fight child support? That lawyer is turning around and telling the child support agency, like, look, I got you. I talk them into it. I spin it. I'm just being honest with you. When you stand as a person and not as a, go ahead.
Now, how are you tying the Bar Association into this?
How? Okay. Hold on. I'm about to tell you how. Because you're saying, how am I tying it in?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold that thought. Actually, because the Bar Association has now been contracted by the child support agencies.
Okay.
That's how I'm tying them into each other.
Now, I'm going to need more info because, to my knowledge, what the Bar Association is and what you're saying makes no sense.
Okay. Now watch this. Okay. So you said it don't make sense. Okay. Where is it? What happened is the Bar Association contracted with the child support agencies. Yep. And when they contracted with the agencies, that makes them an entity, but it also makes it but it makes them an entity together, but it also makes them hold on, here we go. American Bar Association. The American Bar Association, ABA, has contracted with the OCSC to operate a child support project as a component of its National Legal Resource Center for Child Advocacy and Protection. Under this contract, ABA provides training to attorneys, both inside and outside of the Title 4D program, produces related written material, provides training to court and paralegal personnel on interstate support enforcement, and provides technical assistance to bar groups, legislative committees, state child support commissions, and individual attorneys. In addition, the ABA has worked with NCSL to develop model legislation such as the Model Interstate Income Withholding Act.
Okay. Now, here's why I said what I said.
It's a conflict of interest. I agree.
Yes. And here's how they didn't make it a conflict of interest. Because for those who don't know, once you explained it, the Bar Association is nothing but the group that sits over top and sets the rules that the lawyer, they provide the test that the lawyer must pass in order to practice law. So, which means that the Bar Association isn't an attorney. It's not a group of attorneys. It's folks who actually oversee attorneys.
No. For the Bar Association, the Bar Association is basically a club. It's a group of attorneys, but they come together and you pay fines. And you pay dues into this association. Also fines. Also,
Dana, listen to me. It's not an actual group of attorneys. Listen to what I'm saying to you. It's the group that governs the test for the attorneys to take. Hence, in Baltimore, the legal aid building is now called the Charles S. Dorsey Building. For those who know, Charles S. Dorsey was the president of the first black guy as president of the Maryland Bar Association for 45 years, up until he passed in, I believe, 1998.
Hey, Malik, the Bar Association is a professional association of lawyers, as generally organized in countries following the Anglo-American types of jurisdiction of jurisprudence. The word bar is derived from the Old English European custom of using a physical railing to separate the area in which court business is done from the viewing area for the general public. Some bar associations are responsible for the regulation of the legal profession in their jurisdiction. Others are professional organizations dedicated to serving their members. In many cases, they are both. In many Commonwealth jurisdictions, the Bar Association comprises lawyers who are qualified as barristers or advocates, in particular, versus solicitors. Membership in bar associations may be mandatory or optional for practicing attorneys, depending on jurisdiction.
Facts.
The Bar Association is a group of attorneys that comes together, and you have to pay your way in.
You have to pass the test to get your way in.
Yeah.
Now, secondly, don't quote me on this. He may sit on the board of I think now he might be on the board, which is Warren Brown.
Matter of fact, Warren Brown has been on the board for almost 20 years now.
Okay. Now, you can, the Bar Association here oversees the professionalism of the lawyers, et cetera, et cetera. Like, if you needed an attorney, you can't contact the Bar Association for an attorney. And the Bar Association is not attorneys in the so to speak of they do private practice. Well, you can't go to the bar to get a lawyer. You have to seek a lawyer outside of that. But back to what you were saying, it's kind of a conflict of interest. So I was wondering, how are they doing it legally?
It's not, but because people is not reading, that they don't know.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss something because it was when you said the bar association, I'm like, that's impossible. They can't do that, and the only way they would be able to do it, according to what you said that you was reading, was when they make the model. You said they do something to the effect of the program to explain or to teach in how you would do child support law, et cetera, and you said some policy or some order that just went into effect in regard to child support.
Right.
But okay.
Right.
I didn't know what the Title D3 and D4 loan part was.
Yeah.
But once you talk about college, now I kind of see why you say it's a loan versus support for the child. And now I see why, in order for a child to continue to get it, he must go from high school directly to college. That's the only way that they would be able to recoup or pursue that money back.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm glad you said pursue the money back, right? Because how can you pay a debt with a debt?
Well, in the case of a student loan, the student loan is like a hospital bill. It's the one debt that would keep rolling with you and follow you throughout the course of your life.
Not true. Not true. That's why, you know what? I need you to be in my classes during the day. Because I'm going to tell you this. If you stand as a man, how can you pay student loans? I know that just messed you up, Emily. I'm going to break it down to you like this. When you go fill out for your student loan, don't you do it on a computer?
Well, I guess now, yeah.
Right. They need your wet ink signature, bro. Everything else is fraud. Because how can you tell me that I owe you a loan and you don't know if I signed for that or not? Only thing you know is that a signature that's supposed to be mine is there. It goes back to natural man standings versus the corporation. It goes back to the two parts of the United States that I was telling you about. Look, let's get out of that. Monday morning, and we're going to tackle it so that way I can show everything, because if not, I'll be up all night showing everything. But look, and Malik, get your questions ready for Monday, because we're going to come back and jump on it, and we're going to tackle everything like full force, bro. Because people got to understand this, and the information have to get out ASAP. Because if not, people are going to be forced to take the vaccines. People are going to be forced to do all this crazy stuff. No.
Vaccine a whole nother thing, but go ahead.
Yeah. So it's like, it's time for people to really stand up now. Okay, that's all that matters.
I just said that to people on Facebook, that the real storm is coming, and the government is playing real life chess, and don't nobody see it.
Yeah. But they definitely don't. And the thing is that child support, I'm going to go ahead. Child support is nothing but a contract. And if you look at it, they're contracting with everybody. How can you contract with me? unless I agree, right? And you can't contract with me. Now, look, the government says this. You can't contract with me unless you give me due process. So with that being said, and I know some old code folks are going to get mad about this, but how can you lock Robert up without giving him due process? How can you keep him locked up without giving him due process? So all the way around the board, it's not just an R. Kelly thing. It's a human being versus a corporation thing. Lowdown said the bar is voluntary professional association for lawyers. So how does this fit with child support? This is interesting. Thanks for this, Dana and Malik. No problem, Lowdown, because now child support has contracted with the bar association.
Right.
Which means it's a conflict of interest.
Right.
Because you got to go to the lawyers in the child support court for the people that want to go in child support court and play around with the kangaroo court. So you got to go to the lawyer. If you go to their lawyer and their lawyer is contracted already with the child support enforcement, you don't have no way of winning.
Right. So in other words, Ms. Lowdown, it's a catch-22. And because of how they word it, and actually what the bar association is, it's more like the bar is the consultant, because the bar can tell them this, and then they have the bar also has the same time the ability to create that. So they could say, well, in this particular case of child support, this area is gray. So let's put into effect this, and let's play this out for 6 months and see how this works. And now we can go back and create it into this. So it's like one hand, it's the governing body, but on the other hand, it's the creative constructional consulting at the same time. So now I see why it's no longer done through the government and it's done through a third party. When it goes through the third party, it frees the government up on being cahoots. That's how it can become a law.
Watch this.
That was Slick 50.
Watch this. It frees the government up and from being in cahoots, right? But it don't. Because the government give the loan every month to the state. And the state got to disperse that money out. And then they got to recoup a gain. From that point, once they recoup the gain, it goes back to here, Emily. Once the gain is recouped, who gets the gain? Because you only got to send back the government part of what they gave you. That means the child support officials get the pocket a lot of that. The judges get the pocket a lot of that. But I got one question to ask you. What's the best way to kill child support? One word: no. When they ask you to consent to the contract, no. They can't force you.
Well,
and the first thing they say is, oh, I'm going to hold you in contempt. Excuse me, if you're going to hold me in contempt, you got to prove that I'm not willing to pay child support. And then you also got to prove that I'm willing to violate your contract.
Well, okay. I'm going to touch on two things at one time.
Wait a minute, Malik. Hold on. Charlotte, the banks do not get a portion of that. The banks do not get a portion of that. The child support agency don't have nothing to do with the banks. I'm talking about Bank of America, places like that. No. But the original bank, the big bank, always going to get paid, which is the court. And the court is the biggest bank there is. The district court oversees the lower district courts. and the superior court oversees everything else. Go ahead, Malik.
This gonna cover both situations. You mentioned something about R. Kelly and child support and things of that nature. It's how can they be held without a proper trial or something? I think you said something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's not what it is, it's what it looked like. And for the beginning of time, they tell you innocent until proven guilty. It's always been in reverse. And if you look at anything directly head on, it's always what it looked like versus what it is. Case in point, if me and Lowdown, and I hope she's a female because I don't want nobody making something homo, pause.
Yeah.
If me and Lowdown walking down the street and we walking towards Saks Fifth Avenue, it looked like we're a couple because we going to a high-end store. It looked way more than what it is. It's actually two people walking towards Saks Fifth Avenue. Oh no, Lowdown and Malik was walking in Saks. They were really involved in the conversation. I wonder how long has this been going on? It's two people walking towards Saks talking. Now you can spit it into it's two people on the down low, bop, 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 woo, woo, woo. And that's how people get convicted. You get convicted not by what it is, it's what it looked like. And until society stop judging people, because 9 times out of 10, the court gonna give you what the streets already gave. If you go back and think, especially in Baltimore, it's been situations to which you knew things transpired and they didn't even go nothing like that. But because that's how the street told it, that's how the court took it. That's why when I hear people always talk about, yo, The Wire, The Wire, The Wire, The Wire, I tell everybody, I've never seen The Wire. I've seen 3 episodes of The Wire that I can remember. I seen when Omar got killed in the bodega on Caroline Street. I seen when they killed Stringer Bell in the warehouse downtown, over top the old Southern Blues. And everybody's always, yo, The Wire was a West Baltimore tale. Yes. The whole thing was shot in East Baltimore. 99.9% was shot in East Baltimore.
West Baltimore.
The Wire was shot in East Baltimore.
West Baltimore.
Okay.
But I'm only telling you because I was in it.
No. Besides what they shot on Pressman and across from 122 school with the low rises. Besides what they shot with the low rises, the rest of that was shot in East Baltimore.
I'm gonna say this. Snoop, Pootie, and Prop Joe was shot East Baltimore. Everything else was shot West. Because they had to keep.
Think about it now. When they shot Omar, they killed him right there in the little bodega. Matter of fact, I lied to you. It's actually Rutland. It's actually Rutland and Federal. When Marlo Stansfield is standing in that gutter, he's in the gutter of Dallas. Is that Dallas and Lafayette? Dallas and Lanville. When Omar walking up the street in the alley, he coming up the backside of Oliver. All that shit was East Baltimore. He must have froze. Tell him I'm gone.